no photographs, no confirmed recordings of his voice, not even a grave that the public can visit. For one of the most famous warriors in American history, almost everything we usually use to remember a person is missing. And that wasn't an accident. Crazy Horse believed that a person's spirit mattered more than their image. Even in death, he remained almost impossible to capture. By the end of this story, you'll understand why the man who became a legend refused to let anyone truly possess him, not in life and not in memory. In the middle of the 19th century, the Great Plains stretched across what is now the United States. Vast grasslands rolled beyond the horizon. Millions of buffalo crossed the land. And among the people who called these plains home were the Lakota. To outsiders, the Lakota were often described only as warriors, but they were much more than that. They were families, hunters, spiritual leaders, diplomats, storytellers, and caretakers of a way of life deeply connected to the land. It was into this world, sometime around 1840, that a boy named Crazy Horse was born. According to Lakota oral tradition, he was quiet from a young age. He wasn't known for boasting or trying to impress others. Instead, he listened more than he spoke. He watched carefully, and people noticed something unusual about him. Some believed he had experienced a powerful vision during his youth. According to oral tradition, the vision showed him riding into battle with little decoration, no flashy clothing, and dust covering his body. He would protect his people not through pride, but through humility. That vision would shape the rest of his life. For years, life followed the rhythm it always had. The buffalo migrated, families moved with the seasons, alliances shifted. Conflicts between nations existed long before the United States expanded westward. But the world around the Lakota was changing faster than anyone could have imagined. American settlers kept moving west. Roads became trails. Trails became military routes. Military routes became forts. Each new settlement brought more pressure onto indigenous lands. Treaties were signed, then broken. New promises replaced old ones, only to be broken again. To many Lakota leaders, this wasn't simply about territory. It threatened an entire way of life. And for Crazy Horse, watching this transformation meant one thing. The time for quiet observation was ending. His reputation grew not because he sought fame, but because he repeatedly proved himself in battle. Unlike some leaders, Crazy Horse rarely gave speeches. He didn't wear elaborate uniforms. He avoided personal attention whenever possible. Instead, people followed him because they trusted his judgment. He understood the land better than many soldiers who entered it. He knew how to move quickly, how to disappear, how to strike unexpectedly. And perhaps most importantly, he knew that survival depended on unity among nations that had not always stood together. This became especially important after gold changed everything. In 1874, an American military expedition entered the Black Hills. There, gold was discovered. The Black Hills were sacred to the Lakota, but the discovery triggered a massive rush of miners. Despite existing treaties recognizing the land as Lakota territory, the United States government attempted to buy the Black Hill. Lakota leaders refused. For many, sacred land simply wasn't for sale. The disagreement pushed both sides closer to war. Then came the moment that made Crazy Horse famous around the world. In June 1876, thousands of Lakota, Northern Cheyenne, and Arapaho gathered near the Little Bighorn River. Many had left reservations rather than surrender their freedom. The camp was enormous, larger than American commanders realized. Lieutenant Colonel George Armstrong Custer believed he had found a village he could quickly defeat. Instead, he had ridden directly into one of the largest gatherings of Plains warriors ever assembled. The battle unfolded rapidly. Warriors struck from multiple directions. Communication among Custer's forces collapsed. Within hours, Custer and every soldier under his immediate command were dead. Historians still debate the exact movements of individual leaders during the battle, but nearly every account places Crazy Horse at the center of the fighting. His aggressive leadership helped overwhelm the attacking troops before they could regroup. To many Americans, it became known as Custer's Last Stand. To the Lakota and their allies, it was a defense of their homes. The same event, remembered through two very different perspectives. Victory should have changed everything. Instead, it changed almost nothing. If anything, it hardened American determination. News of Custer's defeat shocked the nation. More soldiers arrived, more supplies, more pressure. The U.S. Army adapted its strategy. Rather than seeking one decisive battle, commanders attacked food supplies, winter camps, and the buffalo herds that sustained Plains life. it became a war of endurance, and endurance favored the side with railroads, factories, and nearly endless reinforcements. The buffalo population collapsed with astonishing speed, not from natural causes, but from widespread commercial hunting and government policies that many historians believe intentionally undermined indigenous resistance. Without buffalo, survival itself became uncertain. Families faced hunger. Winter became deadly. Warriors who had won remarkable victories now found themselves fighting against starvation. One by one, leaders faced impossible decisions. Some surrendered, some accepted reservation life, others continued resisting. Crazy Horse remained among the last, not because he believed victory was still likely, but because surrender meant abandoning the independence his people had always known. By early 1877, however, reality could no longer be ignored. His followers were exhausted. Children were hungry. Winter had taken its toll. Crazy Horse finally rode into Fort Robinson with hundreds of his people. He surrendered, but even then, he did not surrender his dignity. He handed over his weapons, not his identity. Many American officers respected his courage. Others viewed him with suspicion. Rumors spread. Some claimed he planned another uprising. Others feared his influence over the Lakota remained too powerful. Whether those fears were justified remains disputed, but they had consequences. Only months after surrendering, tensions reached a breaking point. Military officials attempted to place Crazy Horse under arrest. Accounts differ on exactly what happened next. Witnesses gave conflicting testimony. Some believed misunderstandings escalated the confrontation. Others believed fear and mistrust made violence almost inevitable. What is generally accepted is this. On the 5th of September, 1877, during the struggle outside a guardhouse at Fort Robinson, a soldier stabbed Crazy Horse with a bayonet. He was only around 36 years old. He died that night. His parents reportedly carried his body away. According to Lakota tradition, they buried him in a secret location, where no one outside a small circle truly knows. And perhaps that is exactly how he would have wanted it. Today, Crazy Horse remains one of the most influential figures in Lakota history. Yet, his legacy is more complicated than many popular stories suggest. He was neither a mythical superhero nor simply a tragic victim. He was a leader making impossible choices during extraordinary times. The Lakota Nation did not disappear with his death. Today, Lakota communities continue to preserve their language, ceremonies, history, and traditions, while also navigating the challenges of modern life. The Black Hills remain deeply significant. Legal battles and political discussions over the land continue into the present. His story, then, is not only about the 19th century, it is still unfolding. And remember the mystery we began with. Why are there no photographs? Why no public grave? Because some things were never meant to become possessions. Crazy Horse believed that a person's spirit could not be captured by an image or owned by strangers. Ironically, that choice may have made him even more unforgettable. History remembers many people because they left monuments. Crazy Horse is remembered because he left an idea that identity, dignity, and freedom are worth protecting, even when the outcome seems hopeless. And perhaps that's why his story still echoes across the plains today. Not because he refused to die, but because he refused to become someone else. His life closed one chapter in the history of the Lakota. But another remarkable chapter was already beginning. A leader who chose words where Crazy Horse often chose silence. A diplomat who traveled to the very heart of Washington while fighting for his people's future. His name was Sitting Bull.